Hi, I'm Stephanie Kelly here at Kelly Vocal Studios. This is a place where we can talk about vocal health, vocal stamina, being a musical athlete, how to be the best performer you can be or the best teacher you can be. Today we are going to talk about what to do when you have a little bit of breathiness to your voice or when your students have some breathiness, what that means, and a quick tip for that. So if you like what you see here, go ahead and like and subscribe and follow along. So first of all, what does it mean when you have breathiness to the voice? Like when you have that kind of tone, which sometimes we actually want it. I mean, like Billie Eilish has kind of built an empire on that, right? So it could be a vocal color that we actually want to use, but we don't want to make it the only color. I like to say that like singing is kind of like having a palette of colors, and we want to choose what color we want at what time. So maybe that's like a chartreuse color, and we maybe want it at times, so we don't only want to be able to paint in chartreuse, right? So what breathiness means is that our vocal cords, right, are not fully coming together as we are phonating. So extra air is escaping through the vocal cords, so they're not having a complete closure when we sing. So one of the tips that we can do to practice having complete closure of the vocal cords in a balanced phonation is actually a vocal fry. And what is vocal fry? It's the sound that we hear things like Kim Kardashian do, that kind of a little bit annoying. But it's going to help the vocal cords come together and practice that. So let's try a vocal fry together. Go. Good. Most people can do this. They can imitate. So how do we go from making a vocal fry to actually phonation? After we've prolonged as an exercise that we can do a couple times, let's see if we can marry it with a phonation. The trick of this is to not reset between the vocal fry and the phonation. So let's try a vocal fry into an ah. So for example, vocal fry to ah. Now, obviously, we cannot perform by always doing a vocal fry into every single time we phonate. So once we have that coordination down, our vocal cords are like, okay, cool, we're coming together for this. Then what we can do the next step is if we can kind of think the vocal fry in our head before we do the phonation. So for example, I'm thinking the vocal fry in my head, but then I'm starting with a think the vocal fry. Think the vocal fry. Think the vocal fry. Keep going. Try this in your studio with your own singing or with your students and comment below how it goes for you. Let me know. Happy singing.